available data from the International Trade Center projects that by the year 2050, 80% of the world's population will be engaged in the services sector. Nigeria, whose rebased GDP revealed a 51% contribution from the services sector, cannot afford to be left behind in harnessing this potential, which is estimated at over $11 billion. With an enterprising population, a favorable geographical location and compatibility to European and other markets, Nigeria is looking into critical data collation in education, ICT, entertainment, and financial services sectors to boost its GDP.
You know, this is job creation at its best. This is where you can create jobs. Government cannot create jobs. It has to be the private sector. So we must grow up a strategy for them so they can do that.
Services are key to improving competitiveness. For example, in agriculture, you have services of extension workers giving them advice. That is a service. If they are good and recognized and supported to grow, services can actually contribute to the overall improvement of the economy. And that is one of the things that we are looking to see in Nigeria.
The Commonwealth Secretariat has identified cross-border, consumption abroad, commercial presence and movement of natural persons as the major avenues for exporting professional services. One of the challenges before the stakeholders is how to evolve strategies for tracking the volume of professional services exported and revenue earned from such exports.
I think that as far as services is concerned, 90% of what is required is awareness, awareness, and awareness.
The government must have the will to do what the private sector want to do. The government must ensure that there is a conducive environment in which the private sector can thrive and prosper. Governments don't produce goods and services. These are done by the private sector.
With sophisticated economies comes trade policies covering a vast array of activities and practices, hence the need to properly reposition the country's professional services for easy integration into the global supply chain while keeping jobs at home. In Abuja, Vivian Idekbefo, NTA News.